Opencast lignite mining is highly controversial in Germany. It has a significant impact on the environment, the landscape, and the people in the region. It leads to resettlement, groundwater lowering, dust and noise emissions, soil loss, and CO2 emissions. The places before the dredging make a ghostly impression. The churches are desecrated, most of the houses are abandoned and barricaded. The last pub is closed. Village life has come to a standstill. Desolation has spread. The village of Mannheim is on the verge of final evacuation. Most of the buildings have already been demolished or are only ruins. The streets are deserted. The regular bus service has ceased. Mannheim will suffer the same fate as many communities, land and cultural assets that had to give way to open pit mining. They have been irretrievably wiped off the map. Since the late 1950s, some 40,000 people have been driven from their ancestral homelands in the face of fierce protests. The largest mining area in Europe, with its enormous dimensions and the huge power plants, also have a peculiar fascination. By 2029 at the latest, the Opencast lignite mine in the Rhenish lignite mining area near Inden is to be shut down. Annual production here, between Eschweiler and Jülich, currently still amounts to 22 million tons of lignite and is used exclusively to supply the Weisweiler power plant. The surrounding area has become quiet. Wind energy seems to offer an alternative. Between the towns of Bedburg, Grevenbroich, Jüchen, Erkelenz and Mönchengladbach is the Garzweiler lignite mining area, which covers almost 31 square kilometers. With an annual production of 25 million tons, the open pit mine is the second largest in the Rhenish lignite mining region. The Hambach open pit mine is the largest open pit operated by RWE Power AG and the largest lignite mine in Europe. At peak times, the open pit mine, which is up to 411 meters deep, produced so much at peak times, the mine produced enough lignite to meet 5% of Germany's total electricity needs. A recurring point of contention are the associated exhaust gases from coal combustion and further environmental destruction, including the clearing of the Hambach forest. Already 2012, the Frimmersdorf power plant was shut down. Since its commissioning in 1973, this lignite-fired power plant, with a capacity of 2,100 megawatts, was the largest in Europe. Also in the early 1970s, the Neurath lignite-fired power plant, now Germany's largest power plant, was commissioned. It has been continuously expanded and today has 7 units. According to RWE, the site's units, which have been active for 2012, have a capacity of 4,211 megawatts, making them the most powerful lignite-fired power plant units in the world. The sheer size of the Niederaussem power plant is impressive even from a distance. It consists of 9 units built between 1963 and 2003. power plant also includes the world's second highest cooling tower at 200 meters. Admittedly, it is not the best residential area near the power plants. Dust and noise emissions should not be underestimated here. The quality of life has suffered. Many villages and cultural buildings have been irretrievably lost. Environmental damage was accepted. Nevertheless, lignite supplied the German economy and hundreds of thousands of households with electricity for decades. Targeted recultivation has created new biotopes on a large scale. The Sophienhöhe, which consists of overburden, offers very different habitats for plants and animals. At over 300 meters high, it towers over the lower Rhine. Near the Neurath power station is the Erft floodplain, which has an almost idyllic appearance. The time of electricity generation from lignite seems to be coming to an end by 2030. But what would have been the alternative in the last 100 years?